Black Power. We are coming off another very long and stressful week. Some of you are dealing with health complications because of all the things that are going on, and these things are by design, whether it's physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual, whatever. Yeah, they are attacking us on many different levels. So please look for alternative means of healing, better ways to manage these stresses. You can hit me up. For a long time I've been studying. I found things that actually work, not just temporarily relieve symptoms, but actually heal us. I've seen them work not just for myself, but for other people. So please hit me up. A comrade and his queen last week were in court fighting a doctor in a hospital who were negligent when they delivered their daughter. She came out with physical complications. The court ruled in favor of that doctor in the hospital, but we are going to continue to expose them and what happened. But we have to just know, just like these police claim to protect and serve, but we see now that they just straight out preying on us. They're the human hunters and killing us. Same thing with these hospitals. Same thing with pretty much every aspect of this state we have been told to rely on, we have to sever ties with. Want to shout out to everyone involved with the prison strike. Corporate media is still not acknowledging this, so it means it is disrupting their agenda. Shouting out to the brothers out there in Holland. They are being retaliated against, but they are exercising their right to self-defense. Some of the organizers on the outside are saying this is just a peaceful thing. No, it's not peaceful. Being under attack, being enslaved is never peaceful. And history shows us the resolution to these things are not peaceful. So please continue to give a honest voice to what is going on. And the same way we see the president or their president or secretary of states and generals get on TV and straight out say why they need to go bomb, attack, invade different people to further their agendas, we have to be honest in the reality and how to combat this, which means organizing ourselves on that physical, violent, military front. So also salute to the sisters out here in California at Merced. They're giving up visitation, they're giving up meds, they're giving up food, they're giving up going to court. And everyone who's been incarcerated knows those are things when you're incarcerated you want. You know, eating relieves some of the stress. Meds, I don't take the meds, but a lot of people take the meds to temporarily escape what is going on. Some of them go to the medical ward to get out the cell, to get out the dorms. Most definitely people look forward to visits from their family and friends, attorneys. People look forward to going to court to see their loved ones, to hopefully, you know, hear something positive about their case, or to at least get on that bus and to get a trip to relieve their minds. But these sisters is giving all of that up. So if the ones on the inside can make these sacrifices on the outside, we most definitely can give up patronizing these corporations. Last week we tried to give some alternatives out here in LA as far as not going to McDonald's, Wendy's, and all these other places, but you know, continue to help us get the information and get it out to more people, because the few of us who are consciously awoke doing this is not going to make or not have a big enough impact, as opposed to us going out educating, organizing more people to participate. I saw more of you started putting out information about this prison strike last week. Thank you. I salute you. But we got to continue, because they're hoping that, you know, a lot of us on the outside will lose interest and forget about the ones who are going through hell. But as long as we continue to give life to this, we will be victorious. Salute to everybody out there in Charlotte who cut up last week. We see this was another straight out assassination of one of our loved ones. Information has slowly been coming out that the police chief has been lying the whole time. I've included a couple links of eyewitness accounts of one of the dash cams that were released, I think yesterday or the day before, so you could look at it and judge and see for yourself. This was just one more assassination. But hopefully those of you who went out there and cut up will now go back and study what happened and see how tricky this situation becomes. You know, on that third day, they sent out the co-opters, be it the non-profits, different individuals, different undercovers, and even that second night, you know, they just straight out killed that brother. But they tried to put it on one of the people who was out there protesting, and all of their accounts said no, it was the police. And I even had to get at some of you black reporters who were saying reportedly a civilian killed a civilian. No, everybody who was there said it was the police. So that was negligent on y'all behalf to give the state's narrative. And I hold y'all responsible now for this brother who's been arrested and is being charged with killing that brother, because people who were there straight up said no, it was the police. So yeah, they are very sophisticated in how they neutralize our resistance. We just have to sit back, study it, and keep pressing forward. Also, ironically, a few weeks ago, we were speaking on Faison's case, and I mentioned different attorneys who had ran with the money and other people who ran with the money. And one of those clowns ran out there to Charlotte. I believe he's from Atlanta, named John Barnett, and he has aligned himself with the family and is trying to represent the family. So I put out information trying to alert them. But that's how this madness plays out. Whether it's the Al Sharptons, Najee Ali's, whatever, these sorry ass Negroes working on behalf of the state will do whatever to help their master keep us oppressed. So please continue to expose, share the information I put out about this John Barnett, because he's not the only one. But once we get familiar with the game that's going on, we can then better identify the new ones who are coming with that game. But also know a lot of this that is happening, whether it's these shootings that intensified with over the last week, or whether it's all the bombings that just started all of a sudden, is to get your mind off of what happened with Hillary Clinton a few weeks ago on 9/11. She's in no condition for office, but they want y'all to forget that so she can get in office and she can move forward with the white nationalist agenda. Also, on the 15-year-old who was savagely jumped and brutalized by them two pigs. Some of you idiots are trying to justify that. So hopefully sooner than later, y'all find yourselves in a situation where these psychopaths will have no regard for you, and then maybe you'll figure it out. But more so than what those psychopaths did, I'm getting sick of seeing grown-ass men standing around videotape this happen to our children, videotape this happen to our women. You know, I'm getting just as sick of you weak motherfuckers as I am these psychopaths. You know, if more of us would step up and defend our people, that would send out a very clear message to all the rest of them. They not gonna get away with this. The same way a lot of our people take into consideration when they're going to do something, the consequences of what will happen. They have to start taking into consideration the consequences of what will happen when more of us step up. And just lastly, I want to speak on this shit going on over here in Lamert. 3 weeks ago, they threw up a gate for their Labor Day festival, ran all the homeless people up out the park. A week later, we went to a meeting that is held every Monday in the Vision Theater by different shop owners in the Lamert area and homeowners, and they are collaborating with the LAPD, the mayor, prosecutors to get the homeless up out of there, to shut down the street vendors. So yesterday, because we figured they would come with some way to strike back, so yesterday they had a couple nonprofits bring the police and different city officials into Lamert to try to make the police seem as though they're needed. They had families of victims who were killed by other black people. And my point, because when I went up and spoke, I was very respectful at first. I was just pointing out, if we're going to talk about gun violence, we have to talk about the biggest perpetrators in our community, which is the LAPD. The LAPD is the biggest terrorist organization in our nation. They're killing a person every 2 weeks on average. So the same way I wouldn't go around and gather up all the people who have murdered those people's loved ones, knowing that that would be disrespectful, they have to take into consideration bringing these people who are terrorizing, exploiting, and killing our loved ones is just as disrespectful. But some of them, you know, after they got at us kind of sideways, we got back at them sideways. So now they want to further this, and I guess they want to meet up and see what's happening. So, you know, whatever. If that's how foolish you clowns are, then that's, you know, what has to happen. But there's no way we're going to bow down and just accept the genocide and gentrification that is taking place. And if y'all want to accommodate that and apologize for that, then y'all got to go too. So most definitely salute to all the people who stood up with us. I'm going to try to go over there later on and get some words from some of them, because some of them are homeless. One of our sisters, Aisha, who's out there, she's been one of the main people taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for the team to protect people in that park. He's been arrested multiple times. So most definitely just appealing to more of y'all to please step up and help us help them, whether you have somewhere some of these people can go stay, whether you got different resources, or whether you just help go by there often and monitor what's going on, and put your cameras, put your voices, put your bodies between them and these psychopathic pigs that are terrorizing them. Y'all, we gonna do this because it's more of us than it is them. Even if they try to target, isolate, neutralize the few of us, if more of you rise up, we're going to win this. All power to the people.